How's it going, everyone? It is day 11 of the Nystatin antifungal treatment. Also day 11 of the Candida diet. If you're watching this, perhaps you have wanted to do the Nystatin, or you have figured out another way to try to rid yourself of the Candida overgrowth. And honestly, it's pretty easy to change your diet when you're highly motivated. Fortunately, since nothing much has changed, I came up with a list of 3 things that you can solve in one day. And today we dealt with all 3 of these. And so it should be really, really useful. First thing, what do you do if you have a leaky roof? I have no idea. Number 2, how do you cure anxiety and depression? I also have no idea. Number 3, how do you fix your life in a month? I also have absolutely no idea. And that can lead to some tough times. First thing is, I had the perfect dream, and it was just of a peaceful, lightly tapping sound. And I slept in a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to get up early. I've effed my circadian rhythm, so now I stay up till 3 watching people who are angry over the election talk about their hatred of each candidate. Because, yeah, it's fascinating, right? It's the most unprecedented, crazy time, as far as I can tell, in our history within the last, I don't know, 20 years. Maybe it's always crazy. But, so anyway, so I'm peacefully dreaming. This light tapping sound. And I get up and look to my left, and the tapping sound is water. It's come out of a canned light and is soaking my windowsill. That's nice. So, so I'm trying to deal with that. And if you've ever had to deal with a roof leak, it's a fantastic metaphor for what I'm trying to understand about this life change I'm having, which is it manifests succinctly. It manifests in your life like a pin between your eyes, whether it's anxiety or depression or agoraphobia, or maybe you've just quit your job. Maybe you're just not sure financially what you're going to do in the next 2 months. But that's the symptom. Now, like a leaky roof, the symptom smashes into your face at 10 o'clock in the morning and creates a new cost in your life, which is nice because when you're broke, pretty much everything is like $1 million. And but it's, unless it's obvious, is nearly impossible to find out where the water is coming from. Where is the anxiety coming from? Where is your depression coming from? Where is your massive life change, or maybe your divorce or breakup? Maybe you left your job, and it literally feels like, you know, an ocean, and you're trying to pinpoint one particular drop. So, what do we do when those things happen? We cover that shit with a tarp. You cover it with a tarp. Now that is the, I guess, analogy you could use, that we use things like, you know, alcohol or smoking, or maybe you exercise like a crazy person, and doing bench press is how you push out the demons. But my tarp at this point, luckily with the Candida diet and Nystatin, I can't drink or can't have sugar, so pretty much 99% of stimulants are gone. So there's no break. It's just me wallowing in my leaky light can. I'm looking at it right now. Anyway, so we try to cover these things with a tarp, and so far, since I have no tarp, I ended up calling like 9 counselors a day. Like, how's it going? Do you have an opening for, say, like in 15 minutes? No, nothing. Okay, cool. Apparently, everybody wants to meet with you in a week. I don't know if this is because everybody's rotating out. Are there more crazy people? I know everybody's got some problems, but luckily I did find one, and we'll see how it works out. But I definitely need to talk to someone. It's tough. It's tough when you're an introvert and you isolate yourself. My big isolation was working on a house for 3 years, trying to remodel it under some deadlines. Yeah, it's a big backstory, whatever. But man, we need contact. We need to talk to people, right? So if you're using a tarp, such as alcohol or stimulants or drugs or sugar or donuts or pizza or ice cream, then that's okay. Sometimes a tarp is the best thing to do until you can have an expert come in and figure it out for you. And that is the lesson today, folks. We got to talk to experts. Everything I've tried to research on the internet is good. I mean, there are suggestions. I'm doing the meditation of 20 minutes every day, just sitting, breathing. And I think it's working. But for one, things take time. We have to remember that things take time. It's a process, right? Even though we don't want things to be a process. I don't want things to be a process. Actually, I want processed bacon right now. But we have to keep exploring, right? We have to keep trying. I'm trying as much as I can to figure it out. And sometimes you can't. I thought I could treat, anxiety and depression, if you will, with a diet. And I just don't know how long it takes, when you're worried about finances, and it's kind of like everything is connected. It's like a elastic. One pulls and another comes in, and I don't know how to describe it. That's just how my brain feels. To any effect, though, at least my psychology is filling with all of these things that I keep trying. So if I were to ever have a conversation about how to deal with something like this, I'd say I'll have like an hour. We'll just talk for an hour. I won't even pause. But I'm going to keep going. And I didn't have much else to say, but if anybody is, as I've mentioned before, trying Nystatin, keep going. The less sugar, the better, right? Because apparently that's what the internet says. Anyway, to end today's discussion, one-way street of talking, just to have something fun at the end. I learned this the other day that in 1963, because I'm an astronomy fan, in 1963, a cat was sent into low Earth. Well, it was non-orbital, but the French essentially put a cat in a rocket, and this is the cat. Isn't that sweet? Felicette? I don't know how to pronounce Felicette. Anyway, 1963, French, being the astro badasses that they are, fired this cat into a 97 miles into the air for 15 minutes. And then, bam! Capsule came off, parachute opened, cat drifted to the ground. All the French scientists, I'm sure, were waiting for maybe some pancake batter of cat on the wall. And they opened the capsule, bam! The cat was alive. So, as an end note for that analogy, you can be fired into the air, reach a height of 97 miles, and be scared absolutely shitless, like little Felicity was. And you can come back to the ground, and you can be safe. What are the odds? I don't know how many cats have been fired into space and how many ended up being pancake batter on the side of the wall. Sadly, it's probably more than I would like to know. But you could do it. You know, you get a leak, cover it with a tarp, whatever that tarp may be, and then hopefully have an expert show up to actually show you how to do it. So good luck, and we'll check in tomorrow. Bye.